You're listening to Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio. Sponsored by Treebor Soft Mints.
Absolute Radio.
Well, how are you? This is the Not the Weekend podcast. I'm Frank Skinner, and I'm with...
Emily and Gareth.
And wait a minute.
No, leave. It's done now. We don't have time to go back. I'm sorry. There's a...
Why did she say my name?
Why not?
So this is the... yes, you know what it is. We talk about... what a shock! What about the Denise Van Outen shock?
Oh. What's happened?
Is it? I don't know.
I forgot all about it. She's supposed to be...
She's
you know
walked.
when I was interviewed a few weeks ago for OK TV, and I said it was being hosted by two good-looking people, that Matt
Johnson?
Yes, and him and Denise Van Outen.
Yes.
He goes out with the lady from the One Show, Alex Thingamy-Bob.
Does he really?
Yeah. She's done well for herself.
Yes.
Yeah? Anyway.
Lovely, beautiful face, thin legs. So anyway, Denise...
She's gone. She's out.
She's out.
Wow.
She's Van Outen.
Why?
That must have been a headline in the tabloids, was it?
Oh, yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, and she'd said one of the great quotes. You know when they have a quote setting it up? She'd said one of the great quotes of all time. They asked her about the fact she was in OK TV, and she said, "I have a huge appetite for all things showbiz."
I know how she feels, but that's another story.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it seems she's gone on a very sudden diet. Oh, I love that quote, though. It's the best thing ever. So,
Did you feel like they were underselling it? Because, calling it OK TV. OK TV.
yes, I know
That's
what
what
you
they're
mean.
going for.
But there's never been one that's been
Do we
called
know-
Brilliant TV.
Do we really know why she's left, though, Frank?
Well, I don't know
Oh,
yet.
okay.
But
I
mean,
thought you'd have some insider info. She's going to be your waxer.
she's going to be my waxer, but we haven't spoken beforehand.
Okay.
I think you
Oh, that's
don't
nice.
speak to your waxer beforehand. I think that's... It's like seeing the bride the night before the ceremony. And Daisy, who works for us, was just saying before we came on air that now Kate Middleton has to go through with the marriage because they've made a coin.
Yeah.
As if that's going to be...
As if that's the only reason.
That's the deal breaker.
But then, as I was saying to her, they did say that apparently Princess Diana's sister did say that to her the night before the wedding when she was suggesting she might have, some reservations. She said, "It's too late now, your face is on the tea-tail ducks."
Dear.
Which I think was
Imagine
a rather brilliantly bitchy thing to say, and I think I had to get along with her very well.
You would. I imagine she always had reservations. No problem. She'd always get in. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Obviously, what OK TV should have done is they should have had a coin made with Matt Johnson and Denise Van Outen.
They certainly couldn't have
I'm not
backed
saying it
out
would
of
have been a big seller, but at least they'd have...
Funny profiles. I don't think I would have liked that.
You think they've got funny profiles?
Well, no, not, but I just don't think they look regal enough. They look a bit like OK TV presenters. Not right for coinage, Frank.
Well, I don't know why Denise Van Outen would look like an OK TV presenter, because she ain't one. Anyway,
Maybe she wanted to be heads and not tails, and that's why she's walked.
do you think that was
was
the
it.
old head-tails argument? I bet that split up a few on-TV teams, eh? Yeah, apparently that's what happened with Adrian Charles at the One Show. Yeah. He wanted to be tails. Big thing about it. Still, this won't put Rob
we
Bonnet
decide?
on the baby.
No.
I've got the clock set up. That's the big news of the
Frank.
week.
Oh, the John Wayne alarm clock.
Well, cuckoo clock.
Cuckoo clock.
So we
I'm
bought
not
this.
aware of any alarm facility
Is
on
it
it.
We should
strictly a
explain,
cuckoo
Frank.
clock? Because...
We should explain, shouldn't we?
Sorry,
Just a
I'll
bit of back reffing here.
Well, you're going to give the backstory on the John
Yes.
Wayne cuckoo
It's
clock.
not a lengthy backstory. All I'm saying is we.
You say that. Go on.
No, I'll just tell some of our listeners who may not know. We being the team, bought Frank a John Wayne cuckoo clock for his birthday. There you go.
It was something I'd seen in one of those magazines that you get in the free tabloids at the weekend. We've all looked at them, plate with a cat on
Yeah.
and stuff
Crying
like that.
Baby Amy.
Yeah,
Which-
exactly.
Yeah.
You have the option to pay in instalments
Yeah,
over time if
all
it's
that.
too much of a burden.
By the way, did you pay cash or did you pay in instalments?
Well, why
for
do you think it was
cuckoo
a bit late? That's what I'm saying.
clock? Oh, it was a bit of a... You were
Yeah.
the first ever cash buy for one of those things. I spoke to our Nora this week. It's her birthday. 70 this week, would you believe it? God bless her. And she said to me, I said, we were talking, and suddenly in the background... And she said, what was that? I said that was the John Wayne cuckoo clock. She said, oh, our Amanda said she wanted one of those.
No.
Yeah.
You actually know someone who wants one of those.
Exactly. They were on the verge of purchase. I said, it's a bit plasticky, I'll be honest with you, but I love it.
Who's our Amanda? Is she friends with our Trish, your pretend sister?
No, she exists. Our Amanda is my niece.
Oh, okay,
I
fine.
finally found my niece.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so anyway, it's a beautiful thing, the John Wayne alarm clock. One of the first things I noticed that really excited me is I set it up and I was waiting for the hour.
Oh.
Because it only goes on the hour, it's not a quarter horse.
Yeah.
And I sat there and it went... and I thought, oh no, that's not... I don't like... That can't be right. I thought, I had a look, I thought maybe a bit of polystyrene left in the throat.
Or Daisy's gone down the market to get it. That's what's happened.
Rubbish. So anyway, then I spotted a volume on it. So I cranked it up.
Right.
The next time it went, oh my God. I mean, it was like, I felt like that suffragette that ran in front of the King's Hall. It was like, absolutely changed the whole thing. Wow. So what happens is, before it goes, you hear like these chains.
It's all got a bit Kenko.
Then the thing goes. John Wayne... He stands at the bottom. He lights up behind.
There's a little John Wayne figurine.
Yeah, he
there?
doesn't come out though.
Well, that's not what I've heard.
Well, not on my clock. He lights up, so he's silhouetted in a saloon.
Oh, I love that he's silhouetted. That's so romantic.
But the saloon itself is, it's strangely dark. It's almost like John Wayne owned a saloon. Everyone had left, and he's just clearing up at the end of the night on his own.
Having a nightcap.
And suddenly the horse turns up. It's like he's heard the horse and he's come out to see what spooked him. Anyway, and then...
Does the horse go into the saloon then? It's like My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
It has a separate door, but it also looks like a saloon door.
Okay.
It looks like it might be coming into the living quarters after a night out.
Oh.
But I mean, I love John Wayne, which is where obviously all this... John Wayne, I think when I first realised he was my kind of guy, I discovered that he had his car customised so that he had the section over the driving area raised by 8 inches so that he could wear his Stetson when he drove. And I thought, now, this is my kind of guy. And the closest I ever got to John Wayne is I went out with a very attractive California girl.
Oh.
And she was actually formerly a surf gymnast.
Oh, dear.
Do you know what a surf gymnast is?
No.
I didn't when she told me.
No.
Is it a meal with prawns and gymnasts? Surf and gymnast.
No. Gymnasts, they do like this synchronised surfing. And they hold girls in bikinis above their heads as they surf.
Oh, like when the world's strongest man picks you up.
A bit like that, but they're on surfboards.
Okay, yeah.
And I think they have handles on the bikini bottoms to avoid any mishandling.
Yeah.
But what a marvellous image of youth, freedom, burgeoning sexuality that the surf gymnast is. Anyway, I went out with this surf gymnast, and she was telling me that she and a fellow... oh, I've gone that underwater mark steel throat. She said her and a fellow surf gymnast were coming back from a display in a speedboat, making their way along the coast, both still in their bikinis. It's a hot California day. And they said, that's John Wayne's place over there. And there was a jetty and some people getting into a boat leaving. John Wayne there seeing them off. Imagine the excitement. And that they watched the boat go away, and John Wayne was still standing there. And... my friend, Kath, it's a very attractive, ice blue eyes. It didn't go that well for us. It was a difficult moment.
Ice blue eyes sounds like a Terminator or something.
Yeah. Now, she was lovely, but she referred to Nick Hornby's Fever Pitch as a novel.
Oh, no, I understand.
That was the end. But as they went past, he said, they went, "Hi, Mr. Wayne." And he went, "Hiya, girls." And I've always lived with that moment of him standing on the jetty in the sunshine with 2 bikini babes going past in a speedboat and him waving. Hey, that's the cuckoo clock I'd like, ideally. Instead, I get dollar, as he's called. I don't even know which dollar it is.
Oh, was there more than one?
Well, there was a dollar spelt D-O-L-L-O-R that he used to write in films.
Oh, okay.
And that's Spanish for pain and misery.
Is that right?
And then there was another one, D-O-L-L-A-R. So I don't know. For all I know, I might be celebrating pain and misery on the hour.
But Frank, has it been a nice...
David Van Dyke could come out.
It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
Has it been a welcome addition to your life, the clock?
Oh, it's been brilliant.
Do you like it?
I love it. I get... It always, I'm still surprised by it. That's what I like. It's still... When it happens, I'd kind of forgotten it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, no, it's brilliant.
I've been woke up by Ethan. Well, generally I'm woken up by Ethan. Because he comes in.
What, on some sort of cuckoo attachment? The door's open and he comes in.
No, he woke up on Wednesday. Woke up at 3:15 in the morning.
Right.
Which was
Isn't that normal for babies?
no, that's really
Normal
early.
for me.
And that's really early. And because Laura had to work, I had to take him away to get him back to sleep. Well, he's woken up, so he's jumping on us. So what I do in that situation is put the telly on and try and keep
there's
him
bad
occupied.
telly on at that time. It's all QVC and things, isn't it?
Well, I have Sky Plus Charlie and Lola. That's his favourite.
That's
Charlie
a bit
and Lola's
depressing,
really
Frank.
good.
4 a.m, kids TV on.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Is the kids' TV not on early in the morning? Nickelodeon and all that?
No, it doesn't start. I think it starts at 6 or something like that.
Well, they haven't done their research, have they? Surely.
No, yeah. But that was keeping him awake. So then I tried the Antiques Roadshow because that's really good for getting him to sleep.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's very lulling. That didn't work. So eventually I put Wall-E on the film.
I know it.
And that was interesting enough to keep him sat down because he wasn't interested in the Antiques Roadshow.
No.
But sort of...
I'm going off just hearing about it.
It's really...
Surprised it didn't work.
It's, he went to sleep with Wall-E on.
Right.
It was good.
Well, we've had a text in, actually, Frank.
We haven't had one for ages. We haven't had a Gareth Doe since...
Fully deserved. I'm getting sleepy. That was really sending me off.
It's quite warm in here, to be
I
honest.
don't know.
Do you want to hear about Andy... Oh, it's hot in here. Do you want to hear about...
It's getting hot in here.
No, don't sing the next bit.
I'll just have a little nap.
Okay.
Frank, Andy Robinson, talking of sleep and clocks, Andy Robinson has texted into the show saying...
Well, here's to you, Andy Robinson.
Apparently Jesus is very fond of him.
Is that right?
Yeah. Hi, Frank, Emily and Gareth. I've just finished listening to the midweek podcast and you mentioned about the snooze button being the work of the devil. I completely agree with this, as the snooze button entered my life at the same time as my wife, who is a snooze fiend. I am now addicted to snooze. Well, Frank, you'll take a dim view of that, I've no doubt.
Wasn't there a Robert Palmer song called Addicted to Snooze? That would have been good, wouldn't it? If it had all beautiful girls lying in beds just hitting their alarm things. No, I think it is. It's a really bad, dangerous thing. It brings about a lazy mind. It brings about the urge to put things off. And, you can put too many things off in this crazy old life of ours. And the next thing you know, you're dead.
Well, Frank, I took your advice last week. No, not that.
Okay.
I decided to put...
And did it give you hiccups?
Yeah, it was fine, though. I decided to plug the phone in on the other side of the room.
Mm.
Oh, my God, Frank, it's brilliant. I shot out of bed.
I bet you did.
Oh, I did. And then there was no point going back. I tried to go back to bed. Isn't that... After I'd done that, I was
Oh, no, don't ever do that.
No, but I felt so full of self-loathing.
But once you do that that'll always be an option. Going back to bed, you have to say, it's as a dog returns to its vomit. It would have been literally me returning to my vomit in the old days, because the bed was covered in it. It was like hundreds and thousands on a cream cake.
Frank.
Oh, that's good, though. Well, that's...
No, I think you've improved my life.
Oh, I'm so glad I've improved. If we could all just improve each other's lives just a little tiny bit, just imagine what a wonderful place this would be. And I don't know much about history. I don't know much about biology. I know a little bit. I know that osmosis is the passage of a solution.
Well, what do you know?
How are you on trigonometry?
Less concentrate solution. I don't even know what it is. So I don't know. What is trigonometry?
It's a mathematical formula.
It's about triangles.
Well, yeah,
isn't it?
it's pi and all that stuff.
It's not the study
You
of
do-
cowboys'
Pi.
horses.
Trigonometry is sine, cosine, and tangent.
Sure.
Ooh.
Sokotoa.
Soccer.
Sock it to me. That's what I say. That's what I say.
Frank, let's talk about ghosts.
Let's talk about ghosts, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Oh, shut up, it's disgusting.
Afterlife.
He's going all funny again, Frank.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
No, but did you read this thing about Thorpe Park? I really enjoyed that story. They're building a new water slide at Thorpe Park, and apparently they've had to move it because there's been a ghost. There've been headless monks.
What, a flume?
Yeah.
Do you mean a flume? If you mean a flume,
I don't
say
know
a
if it's
flume.
an actual log flume. I
Okay.
love a flume.
That's what Diana used to see. She was always on the flume with the boys when they were called the boys.
Yeah. With the Planet Hollywood jacket. Love those.
Did she have? Did she? I've got a Planet Hollywood jacket.
Have you?
Yeah, brown leather.
Oh, God.
London. Yeah.
London.
Well, you can get
As
them
if
all.
it took off
A friend
anywhere
of mine
else.
had Helsinki. People think they want to be different. You know what I mean? Yeah, there was love. The one time I cried at Diana's funeral was they played the Christa Burr tribute, which was lost in the great wash of the morning, in a way that Elton John's wasn't. And they had a shot of her on the log flume at Thorpe Park with the boys, really, really laughing.
Yeah.
And it brought tears. I mean,
It made me very sad, that, as
if
well.
there's a ghost on the log flume, I know what my vote would be for.
No,
that
it's a
was-
headless monk.
Oh, well, it's not her.
No, that's not her. But that is the
A
best.
headless monk on the log flume? Was he headless when he got on? Have they cleared up that overhanging girder, which I warned them about the last time I went on the...
But if
Is
you're
it the Benedictine log flume? I've been on that
if
one.
you're going to have a ghost, let's have a headless monk every time. Because at least I think there's a strong sense of identity. I don't like the sheet ones, the white
under a
white
sheet.
sheet ones.
Yeah, what have they
Awful.
got to
They're
hide?
rubbish.
They're
They
rubbish.
got
Cheap
to
old
hide.
sheet.
No,
I can't bear them.
That's a mad idea, the whole... But I don't know about the headless monk.
Don't you
It's
like
a terrible
it?
waste of a tonsure. I like the monk with a head. But I suppose, we're all different.
Is that
Maybe in the
tonsure
hot
thing?
weather. In the hot weather,
Did you say
headless.
tonsure?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great word. I love that word.
Is it the first time it's ever been said on anything to do with Absolute Radio?
First time in my life, I think it's ever been. Someone's actually said it to me and I haven't read it in an old script.
I think I had once heard Ben Jones say, the reason I always wear this baseball cap. I know, maybe I've made that up.
I like a little girl ghost.
Oh,
You know, when you're exploring the old house. No.
When you're exploring the old... Yeah, okay.
You're exploring the old house and the little girl says, "Oh, don't go in there, it's haunted." And then you go in and she's with you and showing you around and
so
stuff.
we're not your therapist?
And then,
It's an odd thing for a ghost to say. It's haunted, as if it's none of their fault. Of course it's haunted. You're here.
no, but then you don't know she's a ghost.
I'm
But
not
then at
sure
the last
that-
minute she disappears. And then she was a ghost all along. And then you find out that a little girl died there and the ghost was the little girl who died.
They always say things like, "Mummy, Daddy, Mummy."
I know, I don't like the
that.
child. I like Scratching Fanny.
Frank, what?
Oh, dear.
Scratching Fanny was a famous
it was-
18th
It
century...
was all fun while it
Oh my
lasted.
God.
famous 18th century
A
ghost.
talk sport looking for DJs.
she used to, have you not heard of Scratching Fanny?
I've heard of it, but I think
her.
we should talk about it.
Yeah, she used to. I can't believe it's a well-known 18th century ghost. It was
Well, it
like-
was the well-known 18th century name, Gareth. I lost out on a role as Fanny by Gaslight. That's another story.
yes.
Frank, shut up, Frank, and just carry
And Fanny
on.
Burney was a famous
Yeah.
18th century writer.
Yeah, Gareth's
She
absolutely
should've
lost it. He's actually moved his chair over by the door to get away from us.
Fanny Burney should have tried the cranberry juice. That's my advice.
Shouldn't have gone so near the gaslight.
It's all gone wrong. Anyway, this woman had died, they thought, from, I think, smallpox or something.
Well, Scratchy Fanny.
Scratching Fanny. Then she came back. Ing.
Sorry?
Not E. I-N-G, not Y. And she used to communicate with this young girl by scratching at the sort of masonry. You're right, Gareth.
Carry on.
Okay.
She was sorry, Gareth. She was scratching at the masonry. What,
Yes,
carry
exactly.
On.
So the girl would say, Fanny, were you poisoned? 2 for yes. And they'd get on the thing.
Like Shep on Lino.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly like he had more clicking.
Oh.
But yeah, so and it got to the point where the whole of the house, all outside the house, the street would be full of people. I'm not going to tell you now what the name of the street was, or you could go. Okay. No, I can't.
You have to.
It was Cock Lane. It honestly was. You can look this up. It's all authentic. And they actually, the reason I know about it is because they called in. They called in Dr. Johnson.
He found it by mistake.
Yeah,
I think you'll
Google.
find.
Now, Dr. Johnson was, as you know, is a great hero of mine, Samuel Johnson. He was called in to adjudicate as to whether it was a genuine haunting or not.
Scratching Fanny.
Yeah, and he decided that the girl was doing it with her foot.
What's it?
And
It's quite a trick.
well, the other thing is, the girl had said, "Look, this has all got a bit Chris Moyle. Behave
That's a
yourself."
bit.
The girl had said that she'd seen Scratching Fanny.
Yeah.
And that she said she had a shroud on.
Yeah.
And she also had one classic error. She said she didn't have any hands.
Oh.
Well, if you're going to do a hoax,
Yeah. Get some hands.
I'm always confused by the shroud. You know, you get. I think my all-time.
a mummy
she's my
go- are you talking
favourite
about mummy?
individual
It's a
ghost.
mystery.
Is a mummy's not a ghost though? Do you get mummy ghosts?
I don't think they. Well, I suppose
Okay.
they are.
They're just mummies,
risen spirits,
yeah.
but you
Mummies
don't
are.
imagine them walking through walls.
Mummies are a
No.
bit like a zombie, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Okay.
'Cause
Yeah,
they're
a bit like a
sort of-
zombie.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm putting them in the zombie category.
Yeah.
I think Gareth's right there.
Sorry, Frank. As
But
you were.
I think my favourite ghost is the Victorian gentleman velvet frock coat.
Oh yes.
I mean, the generic ghost.
Yes.
Take Scratching Fanny as the individual, my favourite. But I never understood. You know, when we talked about invisibility the other week, and I said you'd have to be naked because your clothes wouldn't be invisible.
Yeah.
What happens? The velvet frock coat. How was that returned somehow from the dead? I mean, what?
And also, he only gets to wear
Clothing,
one
why-
outfit all the time. I mean, I know Gareth's worn that cardigan 6 days in a row now, but still.
Yeah, I think it smells to a point where he could walk through a wall. Just the vapour would do it.
No, I don't think I'm so much a ghost, more a zombie. More like a mummy.
No, but you're right. How does his
the
attire?
clothes? Why
Yeah,
did the
that's
clothes
true.
come back from the dead?
Well, that would imply that the attire itself was ghostly.
yeah, it doesn't make
Well,
any sense.
you need something as a signifier that you're from the past.
Well, the problem is if your clothes weren't ghost clothes, you're a ghost and you're
Yeah.
wearing real clothes.
Modern
You try to walk
ghost
through a
clothes.
wall. You're
Yeah.
able to walk.
Yeah.
If you can walk through a wall, you could. If you suddenly bolted for any reason, you could run through your own clothes.
Yeah.
They'd end up behind you in a pile. I mean, it's
Now
you'll
I know
start-
why they go for the sheet. Just makes life a bit easier.
I'm getting to a point now. I'm starting to think they don't exist. But you know. Oh, and they used to get people there that when they got loads of people, and they all would look at the little girl to make sure she wasn't doing anything, and obviously sometimes she couldn't scratch without
Scratching
being
Fanny.
seen.
Yeah.
No, well, the girl that
the
used to
girl.
say
Oh, I
she could
see,
communicate. She was the Akora figure
Yeah.
in this, and she used to say, "Oh no, Miss Fanny is angry," which meant that she was sulking. Very convenient, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, this will calm us down. I've spent a lot of time
Is it Valium?
on the. I've spent a lot of time on the train this week,
Oh, okay.
and the things you see on the train. There was a lady sitting in front of me, and she was probably about 50 years old, wearing a big fleece, tracky bottoms.
Okay.
Seemed like she
Was this a train that was moving sheep?
no.
Okay. Just make sure you hadn't made a terrible error. Okay.
And she had a sticker book out.
Sorry, you sound strangely
I sound
distant.
odd,
Has
sorry.
your
Do I need to
microphone
come
gone?
closer?
You talk about ghosts and then you get a bit of a sound thing. It's a bit unnerving.
Yeah. And that, yes. So she had a sticker book out, and it was a...
So how old was she?
She's 50. So
I like that you're so definite. How did you know how old she was? She's 50.
between 50 and 60.
50 and 60, she had a sticker book.
Yeah, she had a sticker book, which is odd. Well, there's something funny about...
Let me guess, Pokemon.
No, not Pokemon.
Was it Susan Boyle?
Let me guess, I said then. That's a Freudian slip.
Kind of a gaslight.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about the gaslight.
No, it was the second Harry... Well, it was the most recent Harry Potter film.
Oh, right.
There's a sticker book of that.
Yeah, there's sticker books of everything, isn't there?
Sticker book of an Harry Potter film.
I don't know. I've never done a sticker book.
Do they cost £1 each? I say £1 each.
Yes, I think it's awesome. I'm still getting over it. How good it is.
Appreciate it.
And I was a bit cross because I haven't seen that film yet, and she's just flashing lots of screenshots of the movie in front of me.
God.
And I don't think you should, have pictures of a film that people might not have seen in front. And
what you wanted was a spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Yes.
spoiler alert for the sticker book.
Fair enough.
But I got over that. I just decided because I saw some characters I didn't know were in it, and I thought, But then I got over it, and then I was confused that this older lady was doing stickers. Why was she doing stickers? And she was doing it in a very organised way, which are like a grown-up doing a child's activity.
She might have been an ex-con, because they do things like that in prisons, don't they?
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Sticker books.
Well, that could...
No, but just things like that instead of
I
passing.
think you've got sticker mixed up with wicker. I think don't they make a lot of baskets? Or is that the... Yes, I think... okay.
Yeah.
And she had a pencil case. She had a pencil case full of the stickers that she kept the stickers in.
Yes.
And she had a sheet of paper with the stickers, the numbers of the stickers she needed.
Were
Not all
you
written down.
in the luggage rack above her?
No, I was sitting...
A lot of details.
I was sitting opposite on a table. You share a table.
Oh, you were on
train.
actually on the same
I
Did
was
she
on the
have it?
same
Oh, so
table.
she had it all laid out on
Laid
the table?
out.
Was it slightly
Like a
encroaching
little-
in your half of the table? I don't like it when that happens.
Oh, I hate that,
No,
Frank.
she wouldn't dare.
Okay.
A big old man like you.
No, not the first couple of screams. She kept away. And eventually, she filled in the whole book.
Blimey.
It was all full up. Then she got some wrapping paper out and wrapped it up.
Oh, well, that explains.
No, it doesn't. Who would you give that to?
How does it
child.
explain it?
A filled-in sticker book.
There's no point filling up a sticker book and giving it as a present.
It's like giving an empty Pez.
Yeah, the fun is putting the stickers in.
Well,
Is it not?
the child wouldn't even know there'd been stickers. So,
But then it's just a
she's
book.
bought me a lot. Well, that's nice.
It's a
That's
book.
a nice present, a book.
It's a book.
Well, just buy an actual book then. Don't do a DIY book made of cheap old stickers.
I'm worried. I'm worried about this story. In that
Why?
there might be a reason the child couldn't do the stickers. And then, I hope you feel pretty proud of yourself about that.
It could have been like, did you say she didn't have any hands, the scratching Fanny?
Yeah, but she's not going to be doing... The chances of her doing sticker book gifts to an 18th century ghost is slim in the extreme.
Well, a ghost couldn't put stickers in. Maybe it was a present for a ghost.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Or maybe Emily's right, it's for a convict or something. That
It's for a convict. That's an Australian turn of the century, Frank. It's for a convict. Who uses that word anymore? A convict.
What, an old lag?
They use sticker books as currency in jail.
If I was going to buy one for a convict, I wouldn't put the stickers in because
Stop saying convict like it's normal. He said it and it was a bit weird.
I'm joining in. But I mean, because
you.
they'd be glad of something to do with the stickers. You don't want to have given them all that.
Well,
It's-
exactly. Especially...
It's an odd thing. It's like giving someone a colouring book that you coloured in.
It's true.
But again, they might not even notice.
Well, a crossword puzzler book. And you've done all the crosswords.
Yeah. What about that? What about that for a nightmare gift? I must admit, I played with Action Man till I was about 16.
Did you?
So I do know the urge to hold on to one's childhood activities. And I still have my mittens on a length of wall from one sleeve to the other to this day.
No, but
I still put money in my glove. Do you? I do. I put money in my glove.
You do?
I do, yeah. Loose change.
I did play childhood games until I was quite old, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I played Agents. You'd ring up, you'd pick up the phone and you'd go, yes, I think we've got a lovely actor here. We used to do that all day, me and my sister.
Sorry, that is not a childhood game.
And we'd pretend to smoke as well on the phone. It's terrible.
You pretended to...
Yeah, we pretended to have a cigarette going, I think I can get her for the audition for 3:00. Bye-bye, thank you. And we played agents.
Did you have your spectacles on a lanyard?
You could have played journalists, and then there would have just been a crossover where you just actually became a journalist.
There you go.
Yeah. Are you a journalist?
Yeah, he's a journalist.
Yeah.
That's it.
Deputy editor in Star Magazine.
I learn something new about you people every week.
You called it Insult Magazine. How dare you?
That's me scratching. That's not Fanny at the door.
Oh.
I ordered it for an hour later.
You're listening to Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio. Working towards a mintier world with Treebor Soft Mints.